price of wheat has gone up by 25% in the last months.
The country is grappling with a drought, a very severe drought, the second in just 3 years.
It's very difficult now to see the future for this population, a future which is food secure and a future without malnourished children.
Well, that's just a bit of a recap on the latest developments in Afghanistan. Now joining me virtually in the studio is Mr. Andrew Patterson. He's the United Nations World Food Programme's Deputy Country Director for Afghanistan. He's also one of the few international frontline workers still staying put in the country as we speak. So hopefully we'll get him to tell us more about the situation on ground. Hello, Mr. Patterson. Thanks for joining us today. Perhaps the first thing we'd like to know is just how are you? I mean, are you and your colleagues safe at all for the time being, especially following Thursday evening's devastating attacks in Kabul?
We consider our people in Afghanistan, those that work for the World Food Programme here, not to be targets at this time for the work that we do. And so we are monitoring the security situation locally and intensively to make sure that our people remain safe as they do their work.
For the past few days and weeks, I mean, some in the media, they've been really painting this bleak picture about the future of Afghanistan. For example, they've been saying that the country is virtually teetering on the brink of collapse. And we've also known that even prior to the US withdrawal, there had already been severe food shortages in many parts of the country. So can you please just give us a little bit of a sense of how bad the situation is over there, and what is it that the WFP has been doing to try to help mitigate impacts?
So the World Food Programme estimates that 14 million people in Afghanistan are food insecure. And in addition, within that number, 2 million children are malnourished. And so we have been working throughout this year to get food assistance to those people. And so far we've met the needs of 5.5 million Afghans. But we consider that there is another 9 million that we need to be able to reach.
And it's a known fact that women and girls tend to be at the most vulnerable in times like this. So I'm wondering, are you and your colleagues doing anything at all to help support them?
Since 2002, WFP has been working with the government to implement a school feeding program to encourage both boys and girls to go to school. We also have implemented in 2020 a program in 3 provinces of Afghanistan to support the attendance at secondary school for girls. In 2020, women were trained in kitchen gardening, food processing, tailoring, advanced carpet weaving, bag making, and different kinds of embroidery. During 2020, we continue to encourage women's participation and decision-making in livelihood and asset creation activities to help them gain new skills and increase household incomes. We give supplementary feeding and nutrition assistance with highly nutritious food supplements for up to 3 months for children, but also for pregnant and breastfeeding women.
Let's talk about the future. Has the WFP got any plans as to how it's going to carry on doing its job in Afghanistan, especially under Taliban rule? And also, what do you perceive to be some of the possible challenges and difficulties lying ahead?
Well, WFP has operated in Afghanistan since 1963. We deal with the political and military players on the ground throughout the country. We need to do that everywhere that WFP operates in order to ensure we get access to the food insecure and that our people are safe in delivering food to those people. We've done it for years. There's no difference now. We need that unimpeded access to the food insecure population. We cannot operate if there is interference from outside players.
What would be your message to the international community? Just, is there anything the rest of us can possibly do to help people in Afghanistan?
We need $200 million immediately for us to purchase and pre-position food into our warehouses. The lean season is coming to Afghanistan, and as is the winter. We need to purchase that food now, get it into our supply lines and into our warehouses as soon as possible. And the international community is the one that funds us to do that, including from China. but we have not seen it from the whole of the international community, and we really need that money to come to us. Individuals can support the World Food Programme by going through our donations page at www.wfp.org/support-us.
That's Andrew Patterson, WFP's Deputy Country Director for Afghanistan. Which brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks for watching. See you next time.